Today, I'm going to be showing you 3 different looks with the Anastasia Subculture palette because so many of you wanted to see that. And I just wanted to preface by saying my eyelids, you guys know the situation. Using my actives, my eyelids have been like very sensitive and peeling. So removing makeup and putting it back on, I'm sacrificing for you. It might not be pretty at times. We're gonna get through it, hopefully. So I think I'm gonna progress from like light and pretty to like something a little bit more medium and then something a little bit more dramatic. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I have some peeling on my lids. We're just going to ignore that. It's not the palette's fault. It's just my skincare. So I primed with my NARS primer. And I'm going to start this one off with Dawn. Just a nice light warm shade, kind of peach. And then looking down, I'm gonna start building this up in my crease. So starting on the outer half of my crease and then taking whatever's left over in, but I'm trying not to take it in like here, kind of just like fading it to the inner corner. And then once that's blended, I'm just kind of like buffing it out a little bit up towards my brows. Now using this little brush, ooh, who's this by? I think it's, oh my God, I literally cannot. I think it's a Revlon brush. It's a little dome blender. I'm gonna pick up that same shade and I'm going to start it on the outer corner and slowly just buff it inward about halfway. Something to keep in mind with this palette, because I know there were so many negative reviews when it first came out, is that the eyeshadows themselves are more like pressed pigments. They're incredibly pigmented and you can get a lot of fallout. So load up your brush and really tap it off. You're gonna see a lot of product come off, but that is typical of pigmented shadows. And when you're placing it down, you wanna start off by packing it in the area where you want the most like payoff. And then once most of it's down, you can kind of start buffing. And that will prevent fallout and like kicking product in your inner corner and, you know, all that stuff. I'm just gonna build up my crease a little bit more. Now using just kind of like a little smudge shader brush, I think this one's from Japanesque. I'm going to pick up, should I pick up Fudge or Mercury? I'm gonna pick up Fudge. It's a nice warm brown. And I'm gonna line the outer part of my lashes with that. And create just kind of like a soft, smoky wing. So placing down the majority of the pigment first. And once I have the shape that I want, or close to it, I'm gonna wipe off my brush, go back in, and just kind of buff it. And then for my lid, I'm gonna go in with Electric. So I'm gonna load up my brush, and I'm going to use, this is the Fenty spray, just to mist my brush, which will help just kind of like hold those pigments on the brush so you get less fallout. You can also make sure to tap it off. And I'm gonna go all over the lid with this. I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just gonna use the edge of it to pick up that same shade. I'm gonna place that in the lower part of the inner corner and kind of buff it into the middle. All right guys, so that's look number 1. Super soft and pretty, very simple. But it definitely makes a statement with that like lid color. It's just like absolutely stunning, you know? Natural lashes, I just like popped a little bit of mascara in the outer part of my lower lashes. Literally like so pretty for holidays or whatever, but it's just like so simple, like so easy. It's a perfect way to make something look like really like pretty and flirty without looking like you put in like so much effort, but it also doesn't look like you didn't care. You know what I mean? Okay, Look number 2. All right, this time I'm gonna start off with New Wave on a fluffy blending brush. Start off kind of similar. But I kind of want to focus the majority of the pigment out here, like out and up. Yeah, the fact that people didn't like this palette when it came out is insane to me. So I'm letting that pigment just kind of like slowly blend up all the way to my eyebrows. I'm going to take that same shade on that little Revlon dome brush, and I'm going to run that all underneath my lower lash line, basically just covering my eye bag. All right, using a smaller blending brush, this one is from Sigma, it's the E33. I'm gonna pick up All Star and really focus that on the tip of the brush. Remember, tapping off. Slowly work this all around my eye socket. Bringing it all the way into the inner corner. If you feel like shadows are going down patchy, don't freak out, just keep blending. So I don't know if you noticed, but on this side, it looked like it was gonna go down a little bit patchy. I hate it when the cats do that, it really fucking scares me. But I kept blending, and now everything is fantastic. Things will be fantastic, I promise. I'm gonna take a little shader brush, and I'm gonna pick up that same color, All Star. And I'm gonna focus it right in the center of the lower lash line, like literally right here, and then I'm just going to buff it, but I'm not going to take it like to the inner or outer corner. Literally just going to blend. All right, on a brush, one of those brushes, I'm going to pick up this guy. What the fuck is this called? Mercury? This cool tone shade. I'm going to pat this on the inner and outer part of the lid. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that because I was going to put a shimmer in the center of the lid, but I actually really love the way that looks. It's dimensional, everything looks blended, it's really pretty. All right guys, this is the second look. Smoky, chic pumpkin, perfect for fall. I love it. You can wear lashes or not. I like it with just mascara. I would probably wear falsies if I wasn't like doing 3 looks in one thing and had to like remove makeup and stuff, but love this. There's something like very soft and subtle about it, but also like impressive because it's obviously making a statement. All right, people, we're on look 3. I don't know how my eyes are holding up right now. Now we're gonna get crazy. So I'm going to start off by going into Edge because I love this color. I'm gonna start off the same way I start everything. But what I'm gonna do instead of bringing it down into the inner corner, let's bring it up to the front of the brow. For some drama. Then I'm just gonna wipe off that brush and I'm gonna pick up Roxy, which is this pretty peach shade, tapping off my brush. And I'm gonna work that right in here. And then I'm gonna slowly buff that into the first shade. So they're blended. Now I'm gonna pick up my Melt Cosmetics tapered shadow brush and I'm gonna grab Destiny. Wait, or Untamed? Do I like Untamed better? Ooh, I don't know. Fuck, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Destiny. And I'm gonna pack that on the inner part of the lid. I'm gonna do a little bit of a green gradient. So now I'm gonna grab Untamed, which is slightly darker and a little bit more blue toned. Just wiped off that same brush. I'm gonna pack that in the center of the lid. And then for the very outer corner, I'm gonna grab Axis. gonna grab Axis again and kind of create a triangle shape on the outer corner. All right, and then I've got this little guy from e.l.f. This is the small precision brush. I'm gonna pick up Rowdy, and I'm going to kind of trace that triangle. But only on the very outer part. So I'm just gonna kind of like fade inward. For my waterline, I'm gonna go in with Forest by Makeup Forever. This is the Aqua Resist pencil. And I'm gonna grab like a little shader brush, and then I'm gonna pick up Untamed. And I'm gonna use that to buff just under that liner. And then using another little dome brush, I'm gonna pick up Edge once again. And I'm just going to buff under that first, or whatever color that is that we put down. All right, guys, and then for right in my inner corner, I'm going to pick up Electric again. I just spent like 25 minutes putting on a few individual lashes, and you can hardly see them. Worth it. All right, guys, so this is the finished final look. I hope you enjoyed. It actually didn't take as much of a toll on my eyelids as I thought it was going to. If you enjoy videos like this, I mean, I can do them more, but please just take into consideration the state of my skin, my delicate eyelids. Subculture is one of those palettes, man. I'm glad that I have it. It's in the video where I talk about I'm not getting rid of it. And if you got it, well, you are among a special group of people. For those of you who are asking for dupes, I don't know. There are those brands that are like Revolution and like the ones that specialize in like copying people's shit. You could potentially find one. I'll have to do a little bit of digging, and if I can find any, I'll try to put them down below because Subculture is no longer available to us. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know anything off the top of my head. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any suggestions for next videos, I was gonna say future videos, next, whatever you wanna see next, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.